In this video, I'm going to teach you the best questions to ask in a customer satisfaction survey. My name's Guy Letts and I'm founder of Customer Sure, and the advice in this video is based on my experience running a large customer service department, plus all the experience that we've gained in Customer Sure with our software helping over 200 companies get up and running with customer feedback. Now, this is one of the most common questions that we get asked. And actually, you're right to be concerned about it because it is an important issue, but most people are concerned about it for the wrong reason. They're perhaps worried about it because they think there's a perfect list somewhere that they don't want to redo that work. Now, that's understandable, but please don't go Googling what are the best questions to ask and copy somebody else's list. And the reason for that is that your customers chose you for a particular reason. They like something about you. You've got some secret sauce that made them choose you over a competitor. So what you want to do is make sure that the questions that you ask match up with your industry, your brand, and the tone of voice that you use in your communications, and also that the questions match up with what the customer's just experienced. You want the questions to be relevant to an experience that the customer has just had, so that you can ask appropriate questions and get the right information back so that you can make the improvements that will keep that customer and improve experience for your customers generally. Now, what we're not going to cover in this video is whether you should choose Net Promoter Score or CSAT or a customer effort question. Those are important topics to cover and we deal with those in a separate guide. But this video is just about the questions that you should ask in addition to, for example, the Net Promoter Recommend question. I really do recommend that you ask additional questions, not too many, don't set your customers a long exam, but what you want to do is to give them the opportunity to explain why it is that they've given you that score. But don't worry, just because I've said don't go Googling for lists or trying to copy somebody else's list of questions, it doesn't mean that you've got a whole load of extra work to do. It really is very simple. Suppose that you've got a telephone-based customer service team and you want to make sure that they're delivering a great service to your customers so that those customers go away really happy with how you're continuing to deal with them, that there's a high first contact resolution, and so that generally it's a great experience for anybody phoning in to that team. A post-call survey is a great way to do that. Start by asking yourself, at this point in dealing with us, what would our customers expect us to be brilliant at? Well, the first thing is that they want it to be fast. They've got better things that they'd rather be doing. So the first question would be, how quick and easy was it to reach the right person? They want to speak to somebody who's friendly and helpful because it can be quite stressful phoning a contact centre. So the second question would be, how friendly and helpful were they? Thirdly, they want the person to be knowledgeable, someone who's competent and effective so that their issue gets dealt with once and for all, and somebody who can answer any other questions that they might have. So the third question would be, how knowledgeable were they? Nobody wants to phone your contact centre, but if they have to, those are the things that they'll want you to be brilliant at. The scores for those questions will help you understand how well you're doing at the things that are important to customers. Are you getting easier to deal with, or are you getting harder? Are some people doing a brilliant job, or do others perhaps need a bit of coaching? Now, one last scored question. You've asked about the call itself. Did each aspect of it go well or not so well? But now what about the relationship? You see, whether the call went well or badly doesn't necessarily reflect how the customer feels about you overall. Are they hanging on by a thread? Or are they love you to bits, but just something went wrong on the day that they need you to fix? So this is where you'd ask the Net Promoter question if you're using NPS, or the CSAT question. It gives you a measure of their sentiment towards you. Finally, you'd have one open question, a text question. You give the customer a box to type in what's important to them, and you'll get real nuggets of gold here. This is where the value comes. It's simple for them, and it's also simpler for you to analyse when you've just got one open-ended text question. What it contains is the things that tell you exactly what you need to do to keep that customer's business. It could be an incredible simple thing. You might just need to make a call and you've made the difference on something that's really important to them, but could be dead simple for you to do. And I probably don't need to tell you the value to a business of improving customer satisfaction and retention. It's huge cash benefits straight on the bottom line. When they got their feedback process working really well in this way, one of our customers found a whole set of problems all around product distribution. And it was making some of their resellers order from their competitors more often, even though those resellers normally preferred to deal with our customer. Because our customer just wasn't aware of the extent of the problem until it showed up in the feedback comments. And they increased their sales just by fixing their supply chain. So that's it. We've covered why feedback templates don't work. We've covered how to choose the best questions for you, and more importantly, for your customers. And we've covered how to structure your survey to get the best quality data, the best quality insights, and the highest response rates. If you go to our website, we've got ebooks, we've got videos, we've got many resources that you can download that'll answer a whole host of other questions about getting your feedback process to be brilliant.